Hey, what's up, you guys? Will Cook again, and that's our rooster, Bootsy, right on cue. We are outside here. We are enjoying the great outdoors. We got the trees behind us. We're surrounded by a flock of chickens. Two of my kids are running around here somewhere, and we have a special guest, Turtle, that our dogs found again today. But I wanted to share with y'all just for a few minutes just this idea that I have seen over and over and over again in the book of Psalms. I've been reading there a little bit, and I've really been encouraged by what King David has to say, especially as he pours his heart out in prayer to the Lord. You see that he kept a really detailed and really consistent prayer journal. A lot of what we see in the Psalms are the prayers of David that he lifts up to God. And more than anywhere else in the Bible, you see this word refuge. The word refuge appears 37 times in the book of Psalms. That's more than 3 times the number compared to any other book. Any other book. So I think the term refuge was very key for King David. And how did he use this? He used it when he was describing God. He describes God as refuge. And so if you'll allow me just for a moment, I'm going to read here to you from one of the Psalms where I see this term repeated multiple times, and that's Psalm chapter 71. In you, O Lord, do I take refuge. Let me never be put to shame. In your righteousness, deliver me and rescue me. Incline your ear to me and save me. Be to me a rock of refuge to which I may continually come. You have given the command to save me, for you are my rock and my fortress. Rescue me, O my God, from the hand of the wicked, from the grasp of the unjust and cruel man. For you, O Lord, are my hope, my trust, O Lord, from my youth. Upon you I have leaned from before my birth. You are he who took me from my mother's womb. Praise is continually of you. I have been as a portent to many, but you are my strong refuge. That is Psalm chapter 71, verses 1 through 7. And you can see that continual theme where David describes God the Father as his refuge. What is a refuge? What is it precisely? A refuge is a shelter. A refuge is a place of comfort, a place of restoration, a place of renewal. A refuge is protection. Now for David, you see throughout his different Psalms that he needed refuge from many different things. And we do too. We also need refuge. Appearing in today's episode, I'm going to have Layla come around here. And so Layla's going to join us. She is going to come around this corner, and we are going to introduce our special friend on today's show. Layla, show us what we've got here. Are you tall enough? Hold on. Let's see here. All right.
An eastern box turtle.
We have an eastern box turtle. Now, Layla, why cannot we see, let me say that again, why can't we see the eastern box turtle's head?
Because under its shell, it protects its shell so it can be safe from his predators.
It can be safe from his predators, from his enemies. So is the turtle actually inside of his shell?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And it's hiding because the turtle doesn't know if you were going to help it or hurt it. And so just to be safe, this turtle has tucked himself away, or herself, inside of the shell.
Now,
Do turtles have a refuge?
yes.
What is the refuge for the turtle?
The refuge for this turtle that it has shelter and company in its house. On top of him.
It has shelter and comfort and his house on top of him. This turtle has a built-in shelter. It has a built-in refuge, right?
Yes.
That's awesome. Layla, do people have a built-in refuge? Do we have a way for us to be protected?
Yes.
What is that?
We have a house, and that's not a really refuge. God and Jesus and the Holy Spirit and one God is a really refuge.
That is right. You want to put this turtle back? Liam and Layla, you want to take this turtle and set him free? All right, thank you. Guys, listen, I truly cannot say it better than that. As I was talking to my kids earlier, I asked them, how does that turtle protect himself? And obviously the answer is with its shell. We maybe don't have shells, but we definitely have a refuge. Now, we have been sheltering in place for a month. It's crazy, you guys. I was looking at the calendar date and just counting off the weeks. It's been 4 weeks since we have been sheltering in place, and that is a crazy amount of time for things to be so chaotic. We might think of our COVID-19 mask that we wear as our refuge. We might think of our Purell hand sanitizer as our refuge. We might think of wearing protective gloves as our refuge, or staying in our home as our refuge. We could think of our savings account where we had a chance to earn money and we were wise to stick money aside. And so now during desperate times, we still have money that we're able to afford food and pay our bills. You may think of FaceTiming with your friends or your social media accounts as a place of refuge for you. Here's the challenge I want to give you. Teach yourself the truth that our only refuge is God. Preach yourself that truth, that God is our refuge. No matter what we are experiencing, no matter if we are facing a pandemic, if we are facing a financial crisis, if we are facing a natural disaster, if we are facing the loss of a loved one or a breakup or a relationship with a friend that has completely become discombobulating, and we feel like we've lost part of our own life with that friend who has betrayed us, or maybe we're fighting and become really angry with our parents. There are a lot of things that threaten to undo us. There are a lot of circumstances in life that we must be brave, we must be strong, we must be tough against those things. Greater is He that is in us than he that is in this world. Let me say that another way. God is greater than all of our enemies. God is greater than all of our circumstances. God truly is our refuge. How do we seek refuge in God? Practically, how do we go to the Lord and find refuge in Him? I'm going to give you guys some answers that you already know. You already know the answer to this question. Pray, soak up His Word, read the Bible, and call upon your brothers and sisters in accountability. Pray, read the Word, and have Christian brothers and sisters that you can pour yourself out to. They can pour themselves into you. We need those three things. Those are three means of grace that God has given us. He calls to us and allows us. He wants us. He desires for us to pray with Him. And He has given us so much wisdom, so much knowledge, so much truth, so much of Himself He has poured out in the Holy Scriptures. He's there for us. His word is life. He tells us that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from His mouth. God has spoken. This is His revelation to us. We need to be reading. Many of you I've talked to, and y'all have accepted the challenge to maybe read through the Gospel of Matthew, or maybe pick up like I have in the book of Psalms, as Pastor Brian challenged me to do that earlier. These words that we read are not just letters printed on sheets of paper. These words are breathed out by God, and they are profitable, they are beneficial, they are necessary for us. God is our refuge. He is our hope. He is our help in times of need. And listen, if nothing else, if no one else, I want you to know you can call upon me. I'm going to pray for you. I will text with you. I will message with you. I will talk with you on the phone. Even if we can't meet in person, I'm here for you. I love you guys. I'm grateful for you. I miss y'all like crazy. You wouldn't believe just how insane it is to try to communicate my genuine, heartfelt Christian affection for y'all through a screen, because I want to be with you in person. Man, I want to be giving you guys high fives and hugs, and I want to be hearing what's going on in your life and trying to encourage you in the Lord. So in the most realistic way that I can right now, under this shelter-in-place order that we have, I'm here for you. Call me. I want to talk to you. I want to pray for you over the phone. You've got other brothers and sisters who long to do the same, and you've got other brothers and sisters who need you. God is your refuge. Go to Him. Remind yourself of the truth that nothing else will protect you the way that the Lord can. He is good. He is gracious. He loves you, and He longs to shelter you. He longs to be your refuge. I love you guys. I hope you found this encouraging, and until we get to meet again, grace be with you. See you then.